Okay, so I had a really good question in eLearning Heroes today around a quick and easy way to knock out part of an image, knock out part of an image's background. Now, this image may look like it's a vector image, which means that it would be pretty easy to do, but this actually is a flattened graphic right here. So we actually have to use some bitmap tools to really create our own selection around the inside of the TV. The idea is that the user wants to actually put some of her own image here in the TV set. Maybe it's a video that also goes behind the TV. So really simple to do using online editors like Pixlr. So what I want to do is actually just work from this the advanced editor right here. It's going to give us some options. And from here, just going to open up that image. I actually saved that image to my desktop. And there it is. So go ahead and click open. Now here we go. So the first thing you'll probably notice is that the tools right here, if you have used a desktop graphics editor, these are very similar. These are kind of representative of what you would see in, say, Photoshop or Fireworks or even Illustrator. And then over here on the right, we have our layers. Now, this is the one panel that we actually want to work from. I have background right here, and you can see there's a little lock icon. We're actually going to need to unlock this so that we can create that transparent effect, that see-through effect. So if I double-click this lock, you'll see that I get a layer 0, and then I have this little checkbox. If I turn that off or deselect that check, you see the transparent background. So I'm going to go ahead and re-enable that. So to remove this background, it's really simple. We're going to use two tools in this example because we have a little bit of a complex pattern here that will probably require two rather than one selection tool. The primary tool I want to use is the wand tool. So we see that right over here. And by selecting it, you'll get a couple options up here in the top options bar. I can leave those as they are. You definitely want to work with anti-alias so that it keeps a little smoother outline around the outside of the graphic, of the TV graphic. Click once inside and you can see that we created initial selection. That's what these little black and white marching ants looking things are. So it just tells us that we've actually made a selection in here. If I click away from it, can make a selection on the outside of the TV. But essentially what it's doing is looking for colors of the same colors, similar colors of the same pattern. You can see that obviously got part of the two tan colors right here, but it didn't do a very good job with the black text. Just too much contrast between the two. So what do we want to do? Well, I could hold the shift key down. I hold the shift key down and I can continue to click inside of this and make some additional selections. That works really well when you have similar colors, but when you have a really different contrasting color like this black, you're going to spend a lot of time going in there and shift clicking everything. A faster way would be actually to combine your selection tools, and we can do that by leaving this initial selection in place and jumping over here, and this time let's grab the lasso tool. If I select it once, I still have my active selection, but I need to press the shift key down again to get that plus sign. If I just started making a selection here, I'll lose my initial selection, right? So if I start to draw in here, I make a new one. So what I want to do instead is use the wand, shift click once, grab my lasso, and then hold the shift key down, and then just draw a really loosey-goosey selection around the middle. Anything that has the marching ants inside. And now we have everything selected. So with everything selected, we can just press delete, and you know that it's going to be a transparent image when you see that transparent checkerboard as the background. So now all we need to do is get in there and save our image. So File, Save. Now we don't want to save it as a JPEG because the JPEG format does not support transparency. You can see the white background. But if we select PNG, there's our transparent background. Go ahead and save that to the same folder is fine. And there you go. So now you can layer objects or images below this graphic. So if I brought open, say, Storyline, for example, and I'll go ahead and bring that image in. So I'll just drag it over. And you can see that you now have that background right there. So we could import another image or bring something in below it. So if I move that below, I'll lock the graphic. And then, of course, you have something that you can put behind it and then maybe just crop it. But a really quick, easy way to create a selection from an image.